YouTube censorship is at it once again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, everything the independent media is going down the drain thanks to YouTube censorship. Now, I showed this article on the regular show, it was a couple weeks ago, on when I had Jenny on to talk about the UAP thing with the unidentified. But YouTube to delete thousands of accounts after it bans supremacists, conspiracy theorists, and other harmful users. YouTube will delete thousands of accounts after banning supremacists, conspiracy theorists, and other harmful accounts. They're so harmful, ladies and gentlemen. They put the truth out there. Just let people question things that we gotta get rid of the channels. Channels such as those promoting Nazi ideology or claiming 9/11 did not happen. Oh, what? You can't ask questions anymore. It happened. That's what we say. That's what the mainstream says. And you can't look at the facts. Those videos, as well as other kinds of supremacist content, will now be officially banned. It will take time for our systems to fully ramp up, and we'll gradually expanding coverage over the next several months. So I read that article last week. It also says to alter its algorithm promoting. It will also alter its algorithm in an attempt to stop certain kinds of misleading and harmful content, such as those promoting fake miracle cures or flat earth hoax, will stop being recommended in YouTube's up next sidebar. And they have done that very, very well. When you try to search anything on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, it's all crap. Like it used to be, oh, I can look at one thing and then lead me to another spot, and you just start asking questions, and then it was this big awakening. Like the independent free media was taking off, and it was a good thing. It woke me up, actually. That's how my beginning started when I woke up. I was at work. It was a slow day, whatever, waiting for trucks to come in. Jumped on here. I was oh, people talk about UFOs. Let me look into that a little bit. And then it just boom, 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 took off. Now it's like good luck trying to do that. Anything that gets promoted now is CBS, ABC, and all that other crap. So now they're putting it into a full effect. There's another article this week. Right-wing purge. YouTube plans on banning videos even if they don't violate its policy. So now you can tiptoe around all you want, ladies and gentlemen, which I have been trying to do on this channel. I'll admit it. Because you don't want to get taken down. I mean, that's where the audience is on YouTube. So you tiptoe to their policies, and now they say they have the right to take you down even if you don't violate them. YouTube has waged war on conspiracy and right-wing videos. A new policy to ban content which promotes superiority of certain groups, promoting one group as superior to another in order to justify discrimination, segregation, or exclusion based on qualities like age, gender, race, caste, religion, sexual orientation, or veteran status. So no more like they can bend it which way they want. I could be doing a Weber Cooks and they could say I'm making fun of this guy. It's a parody. And that's what you do. You make fun of stuff. What do they do on SNL? But they get promoted all the time. They're making fun of everybody. Because you could say, oh, they could, the language is so beautiful. Age, gender, race. So if you make a parody of something, oh, you're making fun of this guy's age or his gender or whatever. They can just throw it all in there. Everything under the sun is protected with these people. So the CEO of Google, Sundar, said YouTube's new content policing strategy would single out what they describe as borderline content. Richard describes borderline content as content which doesn't exactly violate policies, which needs to be removed, but which can still cause harm. Harm, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's harmful to question your government. It's harmful to realize that we are not alone. Because that's a conspiracy theorist. You know, flat earthers, love them or hate them. I don't care. Let them have their free speech. They got me asking questions, thinking differently about, hey, you know, it kind of makes sense. And they have some good points on things. I am not a flat earther, but I like to hear the other viewpoints. Why can't I let people make up their own minds? The problem is, like, they're so worried about losing control. People share. You know, it takes off on Facebook, and then we got to clamp down on these people, folks. And then it gets out of their control. So the CEO of Google says we need to better frameworks around what hate speech, what is hate speech, what's not, and how do we as a company make those decisions at scale and get it right without making mistakes. Oh, you think you guys make mistakes all the time, but you try to appeal it. You got to appeal to the YouTube gods to get stuff through, and it doesn't work because they're the final say. Now, Louder with Crowder did get Steven Crowder. He got basically demonetized now. So YouTube touched on the Crowder incident. In the case of Crowder's channel, a thorough review over the weekend found that individually the flagged videos did not violate our community guidelines. However, in the subsequent days, we saw a widespread harm to YouTube community resulting in from the ongoing patterns of erogenous behavior, and took a deeper look and made the decision to suspend monetization. In order to be considered for reinstatement, all relevant issues with the channel need to be addressed, including any videos that violate our policies, as well as things like offensive merchandise. So you can't say find a cure to liberalism shirts anymore because that's offensive. And they've actually had people, they'll make a video that says reasons not to vote for Trump. And all of a sudden, that will get, when they put in reasons not to vote for Trump, that gets demonetized. I'm screwing it up now. I had to restart the stream, so I got a little sidetracked. So if they make a video that says top 10 reasons not to vote for Trump, that gets monetized. But if they say reason to vote for Trump, that's demonetized. And they did this experiment with Hillary Clinton, same thing. So this whole YouTube thing is biased. And now when you look at what is YouTube doing, you gotta keep in mind here, folks, YouTube, who's their customer? It's not you and I that watch the content. Their customers, the advertisers. That's who they got to appeal to. Also, who helps with that? You got the big networks, CBS, ABC. They're helping fund that. And what happens when you search something on YouTube? Automatically, they're at the top. ABC, NBC, all that crap. You can't even get good information anymore. Even in the Google search, it's all crap. So where does it end? This was another article here on the Daily Mail. And they were talking about how Sundar, the CEO of Google, plans to clamp down on this. So YouTube has faced criticism for failing to remove hateful and violent content. You know what, people? They say that this hate speech is so bad. I'm going to say it. Hate speech is free speech. Let people speak their mind. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch the channel. The whole thing, they want to put this, it's a slide, and this is why the Founding Fathers knew they needed the First Amendment, freedom of speech. You take away a person's right to speak their mind, that's censorship. And what has been happening with the new YouTube rules? You self-censor. I do it on this show. There's things I want to talk about, but I don't, because it's like, oh, that's just going to get flagged. And then people, oh, you can put videos up on YouTube and don't worry about them being monetized. You know what? Google's not going to help promote your video if it's not monetized. Why? Because they don't make money off of it. You got to have the ads in there, and they'll help promote it, because if they're making money off of your video, they're going to want to help push it to the top. That's why it's important to be monetized as well. I'm not going to say it's not, you want to make something for all the work you did and effort you put into the show. But this is really deep, because they can just say, oh, we just demonetized you. No, it does a lot more than just demonetize. YouTube announced it would ban users from posting videos that promote violence and extremism, such as Nazi glorification and white supremacy, as well as hoax videos trying to debunk known tragedies. These are known. You can't debate them anymore. They're known. They said they happened, like Sandy Hook shooting and the Holocaust. Now, this is where it hit this channel this week, folks, because I knew this was coming. They finally took this video down. I did just basically asking questions about the gas chambers at Auschwitz. And I put this video up on DTube if you want to watch it. It's now banned. All I was asking was gas chambers used? I went through some facts. I presented some stuff. I'm actually surprised it took this long to get banned, but it's finally down now. I just re-uploaded it. If you want to see it, it's on DTube. You can get that link through the website, k2d4network.com. It'll be up on the top links here, folks. It's this big D right here. I tried to put it on BitChute, but BitChute's not letting me upload very well. So click that D there. And I have it uploaded right here. Again, this site, DTube, they got issues of their own. BitChute's got issues. That's why we need a good competitor to come forward on a decent platform. It's one thing to have a video platform serving stuff, but it's another, we got to get the whole YouTube base over there. And it's going to happen because they have gone the way of the mainstream media. Everything YouTube was about was independent media, people doing their own things, speaking their minds. Now what do they promote? They make their own shows. You got to have ABC, you got to have the late night host, Jimmy Kimmel, the other weasel on the late night, Colbert, because they're the real news. They never get demonetized because they can talk about anything and everything, and that's all right. And they will always be on the trending page as well. And it's very interesting to see what's going to happen with this future, because people are going to be leaving in droves. A lot of people have. I'm starting to get fed up with it, but it's like, where do you go? The audience isn't here on DTube. And it's understandable because it takes actually a while when you click on a video for it to load. It's slow. BitChute has gotten more people on there, so I can't even upload some of the same videos to try to stay in sync with all my channels. It's just, all right, skip that video because it doesn't, I try multiple times. I don't just try once. I try uploading to it multiple times and it doesn't work. It just goes to a ninja that says error. So it's like, so that's why I put it on DTube. This is the only one that uploaded. So if you want to see what they want to censor, folks, all I was doing was asking some good questions about where gas chambers used. And David Cole, I believe his name was, he was a Jew, and he questions it. I don't think 6 million people died there. And it gets very heavy, but all it was about asking questions. And then they want to take that free speech away. So that's half of the battle. Get a good platform that can serve the videos with the bandwidth, so you can click on it, get instant, then get the comments, all that, get the audience interaction. That's half the battle. The other battle is they need to get advertisers, because right now they do donations through Bitcoin and all that stuff. Decentralized is important. But at some point, you can't make a living off of this, so you're still stuck with, they need to get advertisers over there. You know what? If everybody goes to one of these platforms and they say, we're done with YouTube, everybody left TV because of this, and now they're making YouTube into TV. You have to watch this channel. So if they can get the advertisers over there, and they got it figured out. But it's going to take a while for this transition to happen. I do believe that this transition will happen because they can't stop it. They can't stop an idea whose time has come. So, like I said, folks, can you please, I don't know if our channel ever get taken down someday or not. Go over to K2D4 Network, subscribe to these other channels. There's DTube, BitChute. Like I said, BitChute's having issues right now. Not happy with it. There's also Twitch and Mixer for live streaming, because I still plan on live streaming if I go down someday. We'll be over there. You can bookmark those, or they will be on this website as well. And don't be afraid to subscribe to the Apple Podcasts, or it's on Spotify, Google Play, whatever app you have. There's tons of other platforms for the podcast, but I think this is probably where I'll end up. If I lose YouTube, this is where my majority of my income will come from, is the audio podcast. So if you could please subscribe to that. I think I got about 45, 50 listeners on there right now. And there is a couple ads that run on there which help. And it ain't much at all, but if YouTube goes down, That's basically where the next income comes from, is there. And if we can get that subscriber base up, it'll help. And actually, I think audio would be easier, but I'm going to try to keep going with the video thing. But like I said, if the numbers ain't there, it's going to be difficult. YouTube owns everything. It's crazy. When they become a monopoly, it takes over. Like Alex Jones was just the first test of this stuff. And then boom, now they're starting to go down the line and knock everybody else down. And when is it going to end? And people, oh, YouTube's a private company. They can do what they want. At some point, they're a utility. Everybody thinks, oh, I miss Alex Jones watching him because they just knew to go to YouTube. Now it's like, no, he can go to his website and watch him on his own website, his own server over there. They got videos and stuff. Is it as good as it was on YouTube? No, because there was more interaction stuff. But again, this is going to take time to change. But it will take the people make the difference in that. So with that, that was my little rant. I was going to show this on air. This was the letter from YouTube when they sent it to me in the email. As you may know, community guidelines describe the content we don't allow. Episode talk is cheap, 75, where gas chamber is really used at Auschwitz, ? It was just a question. Was flagged for review. Upon review, we've determined that it violates our guidelines, and we removed it. Again, it's all them, what they want. It's not about us. And they'll be happy to put Stephen Colbert on there, run ads on his thing as long as they keep getting views. It's the same thing with TV. Same thing repeats. Everybody wanted to get away from that crap and have their own thing. It is what it is, folks. So with that being said, I am going to close the show out. A reminder, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, ECETI trip is coming up. You can join us August 8th through the 11th. Go to eceti.org to book your accommodations or tickets, regardless if you plan on staying or not. You got to let them know. And we can see you there. Let's see a UFO. Let's connect. Get away from all this crap. Skeeter in the chat says, Dan, try a live stream for a show instead of YouTube. Again, it's about half of the monetization thing too. You know, if you bust your butt and the audience, that's the big thing too. It's between monetization and the audience. You got to have people see your content, and you like to get a little bit back for all the time and effort you put into it. A lot of people say, oh, why don't you just quit your job and do this full time? I could not rely with the way things are. I'm looking at what's going on. It's like if I quit my job, like good luck. But we'll have to try a few different things. And like I said, there's got to be one platform. There's too many platforms. Everybody's spread out. You don't know where to go. I know one platform can be a monopoly and make things dangerous. But if it's decentralized, if it's the blockchain technology they use, we'd be all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2:00. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. And my credits.
Thanks for listening. Visit K2D4Network.com today.